Hi everyone, it's Rachel, and in this video I'll be showing you what we received in the Sophie and Toffee Disney Kingdom Hearts craft box, as well as trying out a dirty pour technique to create some dice. So in this box we received 7 silicone dice molds, a dice rolling tray mold, a trinket dish mold, stained glass open bezel charms, Kingdom Hearts themed open bezel charms, epoxy resin, Kingdom Hearts design film, and 3 colours of pigment powder. So to begin making my dice, I of course had to grab the dice molds that came in the box. These particular dice molds I found are really easy to pull apart. So some pull apart just in 2 pieces, while others that are a little bit larger of a design come apart in 3 sections, which is very useful if you're trying to add embellishments and little pieces inside for the particular design. So to colour all of my dice, I'm going to be using the 3 pigment powders that came in the box. I'm also taking some 2-part epoxy resin as well as some white alcohol ink. So first up, I'm mixing together part A and part B of my epoxy resin, and then I'm just pouring this into a silicone cupcake mold, which is going to be my mixing cup, because I really do need to invest in some actual silicone mixing cups. But for now, we're just going to use the cupcake mold. So for this particular dirty pour, you can see that I'm just using a little bit of each pigment, and I'm just putting it straight into the resin mixture, and then I'm using a toothpick and mixing it in. I also tried my best to not have the colors touch, as I'm trying to keep them as separate as possible. If you're not entirely sure what a dirty pour technique is, it's pretty much just where you have a bunch of different colors of resin and you pour them into the mold by just gently kind of shaking and twirling the resin a little bit, and you should end up with some really pretty swirls. And as you can see here, that's what I'm attempting to do. So I do have 2 of my dice molds and I'm pretty much doing exactly that. I'm just gently swirling my hand as I'm pouring it in. It does look quite fast in this particular clip, but this is actually sped up. I wanted to experiment with different types of pigments to see how they would turn out, because this is my first time trying to do any of these techniques. I really just wanted to try and make this an experimental kind of video to see how it would turn out, because this is the first time that I'm trying to do a dirty pour technique. So here I'm just scraping away some of the excess resin that I accidentally poured in, and then I'm just popping on the silicone lids and I'm leaving them to cure overnight for 24 hours. For this next batch of dice, again I'm pouring my 2-part epoxy resin into a silicone cupcake mold, and again I'm using the powdered pigments. Although this time you can see that I'm using only the dark or the bright pink and also the purple. Again, I'm adding these straight into the resin and using my toothpick. I thought that maybe using just 2 colors would create a little bit more of a contrast for the dirty pour. I then also decided to add in some of the white alcohol ink, and as you can see here, the color wasn't very strong, and I don't know if that's because it's an older alcohol ink or because I didn't shake the bottle enough, so I did end up putting quite a few more drops in. Then before I put this resin mixture into the dice molds, I actually poured a small amount of the mixture onto a piece of baking paper, and this is just so that when I start my dirty pour, it's not completely white in color, as the white alcohol ink was kind of sitting as a top layer on the resin, and I wanted to bring out some of the pinks and purples before I actually started the pour into the molds. So I just did my little hand twirly thing, and then here I'm popping on the lids. I then moved on to my final mixture. Once again, I'm mixing the powdered pigments straight into the resin, although I kind of wish I didn't do that and I tried some other techniques like mixing the colors in separate containers and then bringing them together later. So I'm not quite sure why I did do this, but I guess I ended up doing it. As you can see, I've also gone back to the 3 colors of powdered pigments, and I'm adding quite a few drops of alcohol ink in this one, because in the last one I realized that the color wasn't very strong. Then also, just to shake it up a little bit and add in some extra little bits and pieces, I'm also adding in some fine holographic glitter just to see if that kind of does anything to the design. As I was pouring this particular batch or mixture into my molds, I did notice that the colors were really light and very pastel, which I'm not quite sure how that happened. It might have been because of all of the alcohol ink that I used, because I had to use quite a bit, or that I just accidentally used used less pigment than the other dice pours. So after 24 hours, here are all my silicone molds, and then it's just a matter of taking off the lids and separating all the silicone parts to try and pull out the dice. This is the result of my very first pour, and you can see the colors kind of blended together and almost merged into one, so you can't really distinguish that I even used 3 different colored pigments. Then here I'm demolding the 2 dice that I made in the second pour, and this is the batch where I used just 2 pigment colors as well as the white alcohol ink. There's definitely a few more swirls of color in this one, but they're still not quite what I was looking for exactly compared to other examples of dirty pours that I have seen. Then here we have my third batch, which included all 3 colors as well as lots of alcohol ink and also some glitter as well. So here I'm just demolding a dice from the mold, and this is a 3-section mold. I think these particular ones from this batch were probably the most successful because there are actually some swirls of white in them, but because they came out so pastel and light looking, the contrast isn't really there and it doesn't show up super well unless you look really closely. Then lastly, I'm just removing all the excess parts of the resin, so I just clip this away, and then I'm also using some fine sandpaper just to neaten it up a little. To finish off my dice, I'm also using some white acrylic paint to fill out all the numbers on each of the dice. So overall, I feel like this experiment wasn't super successful. I definitely had a lot of fun actually experimenting with the dirty dice pour and trying to get a feel for the technique because like I mentioned before, this was my first time ever doing it. I think in the future, maybe I would like to try some different pigments and colors that are maybe more contrasting, which would create some more obvious looking swirls and layers. Looking at this particular batch that I made in this video, I do really like the pink and purple color scheme that I had going on, but my actual technique obviously needs a little bit of work. So if you did enjoy me kind of experimenting in this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for lots more crafty videos, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.